it starts out just you notice a little bit back of his head, but doesn't it eventually become a full? Doesn't the size expand and retract as well, or no?
Yeah, it just extrudes out as subtly as we can without, it doesn't want to turn into this space. It's sort of like, and the idea is that it would also cause some of the skin to stretch. So when he becomes more present, Quirrell's face ends up being a little more.
So we end up seeing two faces at once.
Yeah, you would.
Right now it's in the mirror. That's the way.
You'd see it in the mirror, but if he does the turning his head gag, you see two at once. That brings. Do you need to then do this with Quirrell's face at a certain point? Pull it back for the actor.
I think so. I think that's an element that makes it really interesting because it makes it as if, well, if such a thing were possible, if this face is going to sort of form on here, you only have this limited amount of room to work with. And so if you push it out here, it's going to have to push here too. So it makes it like have some loss.
So that's a prosthetic thing or something.
That could be something that you then do that, and we'll make that pay off by seeing it, where all of a sudden as his face is coming out, you see the other ones.
That's kind of cool. You mean as the face is coming out, you pull his skin back?
Prosthetic-wise, can it be a prosthetic? Well, after this is moving, this should be moving the same way, shouldn't it?
That's less so because once it becomes this face, unless it turns into like a really long, chin or something like that, where it's going to stretch even more. But you have a much longer shot at Quirrell being stretched back because if you just change the eyebrows and the nose, it's not that much. Because it's always going to be squeezed. There's a bunch of internal stuff that's going on.
The comedy here. One shows the turtle back over the other face. The other face goes.
That's what we were always worried about.
What?
The two faces comedy. But
I think the look on these faces is not going to be that comedic.
I'm not worried about that anymore. No, I've lost that fear. My concern is logically, Voldemort's face is always really there. That's the thing.
Yeah. It just chooses to come out and be more, because otherwise if you had a full other face over here, you're sort of built that way, as opposed to the rumblings of your face is there. It's built into the wrinkles over here. And when you want to speak and become more present, it just sort of comes out a little bit.
Right.
And as it comes out a little bit, it pushes this skin back because now it's doing one of these. So for when you want Quirrell to appear to be normal, this is more at rest. And when he wants to come out,
it's just that one area has to be.
hello.
We have to decide.
So why are you concerned about this area? Why?
Well, you have to decide when that happens, if that's going to happen. And you have to do it on camera. And then Quirrell has to be like this on camera. You can't change that.
It's almost like you need to kind of know what the faces are.
Yeah.
No, they shouldn't come out until had it been on the other wall, you could see it once and back off the issue.
But in the common room, it's...
But if you see every shot...
Yeah, but there's 3 CGI paintings in the common room. So, you can do cut, and you've got one in the background of every...
But is there a scene taking place? Like in the Richard Harris scene, there's a whole scene taking place of which the beginning incidental is the painting. The rest of it is all...
Yeah, the common room has a lot of dialogue.
Oh yeah, it's big, heavy dialogue.
They talk,
Then that's the case. I mean, then every shot's going to be shot.
That's why you want to paint it, so you don't have to have every scene.
Exactly.
Okay, what was your advice?
The common room,
again,
there
is
were so many
to bring
situations.
them in, the paintings, shoot them for the live action part, and those frames are what's used to paint them for the still portion. Then you have everything.
Are you, David, are you guys ready to do that? Shoot.
Well, let me touch Chris.
That's really the way to do
common
it.
room is the most important right now because it's only 4 weeks away. That's the one I'm panicking about.
Okay, let me get Chris back, and we'll talk about right now.
Person B, and particularly where there's a storyline going on, where in one place they're playing cards, another one fencing, another one the guy's injured, it's the same character.
There's a sequence of kind of 4 things, isn't there? Playing cards, cheating, standing up, fighting, and then stabbing. And we've got at the moment, we've got a big sort of 6'6" painting that's the 2 of them sitting. We've also got 2 other paintings that they were going to sort of duel into. Do you remember either side of that big painting? So we've got 3 frames.
So we'd have to pick.
Well, we don't
difficult.
have to, but to cut down on CGI work.
You just have to know where they are in the scene.
The difficult part for me right now, though, is to say, okay, I've stopped the guys in this pose, paint it.
I know.
I haven't even seen the guys or the. I mean, I have to.
Is that the one with me?
Yeah, I'd have to kind of.
I can put you in the pose.
Now, what
I'm
I'm
actually
trying to
not
say is that
joking.
we go ahead and shoot what's inside the painting, and then that'll be the live action portion of it, and then pick frames from that.
That's what I mean. I need to shoot the scene.
Yeah.
Well, just for the record too, as you're doing that, because you have the count, right? And this is,
Yeah.
as you're doing it, each painting that you paint costs 4,450 pounds.
Right.
So, and there's a lead time. How long it takes.
The common room is the most panicky one. There is a bit of money in there.
Is the common room or the paintings in an area that I could just, unlike Dumbledore, the paintings in the common room in a place where I could see them once and then be off of them for the rest of the scene?
Well, possibly. I don't know. Without
blocking.
it's not a huge place, the common room, is it? I mean, it's not. And they're big paintings.
And they cover basically, it's almost like a tower. It covers one of the five pieces of one of the 6 pieces of the hexagon.
Yeah.
Plus, we may be able to save money and.
I mean, this whole thing is
I
a
don't
money saving thing, but it doesn't save us any money if we paint all the pictures and realize boy, how do we use these?
Right.
It doesn't help painting them empty, does it? With no figures on, that doesn't help,
And
does
this,
it?
do the paintings resort back to
Is that
the
in there?
original?
Yeah, that's it.
For instance, if you have a painting of someone like this, it's always like that unless the guy's doing this or doing whatever. But if you're cut back to it, it's
If
like
they're
that.
playing cards, if it's a storyline, and then they get up and start fighting,
Yeah.
they wouldn't be back playing cards again.
Oh, well, that's right. Once you've moved on beyond that, you can't go back.
Yeah. Once you've moved beyond your initial painting, you have to continue. That's really the only problem.
Exactly.
The other paintings are one-shot
Well,
deals.
why don't we just talk about the...
Now, are you on the paintings for that action, and then you're off of it for the scene that takes place in the room?
Well, that's what I was saying. If I'm away from the painting, unlike Dumbledore, which I was like blue screen.
Locked in.
Blue screen was there, and I was locked
Yeah.
into that particular area. So we were on it.
Yeah, that should have been switched. That should have been on that wall.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
The thing is, Chris, that those paintings are quite large. So I think it's probably, the room is kind of hexagonally. At the moment, we've got an 8x5 and the 6 foot square on 2 walls,
I
and
think
one
we just walk
behind
in.
you.
But there's only one paint. We're just doing the card players and the sword fighters in one painting, right? The other
Yeah.
paintings won't move, will they? No.
No,
Well, the fat lady and the
when
fat
they
lady.
start fighting, they were to move.
The fat
into
lady's
those
out.
frames.
She's not in the common room. She's outside.
Yeah,
outside.
she's outside.
But we had talked about actually painting each one of these ones that had a story point in it, which was to count the child, prevent the one.
That's what Lucinda said.
Because at the moment, we've got one sort of square format and then 2 of the 8x5s like that. So they're sitting at the table here, then they get up and fight. They fight into this frame and they fight into that frame. Do you remember?
I don't know how you
Don't
paint
remember.
these.
Then these
Yeah, I do
two are
remember. Yeah, I'm
what's
just saying
painted. This
painted.
one is always blue now. 'Cause that's always
Well, they were all, up until now, they were all going to be blue. All 3 of them.
So they
And
can
in
move
the
from
room,
painting to painting.
Yeah, in the room, I can't remember how the room goes
But
very
maybe
well,
they-
but it's something like this, isn't it? There's the door.
But then
There's a
at least
bit
you only
here
have
and a
one painting
circular
to
bit
avoid.
there.
Because maybe these would be still frames of the room that they're going to go into. If we just
Something
leave it at
happening
that.
there. I've got one
Sort of
8x5
odd
there,
picture.
and the big one here, and this one there.
still light.
Yes.
Where's this one?
There.
Oh, you've moved them.
Yeah.
Oh,
So they're not side by side anymore. It's not 3 in a row.
Well, it can be. It can be. This actually came about with a conversation with one of the storyboard guys and Stuart. I think to enable him to get one of these in the back of the shot. But this is something that, it's not locked off and it's up to you where they go.
The fun part is being able to walk from one painting to the next.
And seeing the same
Yeah.
shot.
As you're fighting, you're backing up.
Yeah.
Naturally, you see.
Literally in one shot. So there
Oh
you
yeah.
go.
So if you had one here,
Yeah.
one here, and one here.
Yeah.
Where's the fireplace?
Fireplace is here, I think.
Ooh,
Isn't it?
that's awful.
Why don't we go into the room on Wednesday and spot it?
I mean, you're gonna be
I've got the
massive.
model in my car actually. It's about 5 minutes away, so I can try and
Because
get
it's
it.
only the paint. I think we should probably have it so we can go over
Yeah.
it.
And then an in position.
It might be better
One
to be
with a
actually
barn.
in the room.
In the room of the.
Yeah, just to see the size of it and actually spot this is what you put here, here, and here.
Where are you?
But you know what? We're not going to do that until Wednesday. So
Sorry?
What if
Probably
you
need
had
to
two,
get
each
going.
painting had 2 positions? The original beginning position and then an ending position. So you could always go to it,
Yeah.
and then if you had and each one does have just a background built in, right?
Once after the card game, then it's pretty much all blue because then they're moving all the time.
Oh, I see. The more movement, the more
Prior to
possibilities
that,
for paint.
if it's just a still frame of these guys playing cards, that's the painting for the majority of the scene, because then you're going to be on the painting for when they get up and cheat and start doing all the rest of the stuff.
Yes, that's right. Because once they stand up, it's so dynamic, you can't paint it really.
Right, but that's only for one scene. The next scene, they're already fighting.
Yeah.
Scene number 2 that we're in there, then scene
Yeah.
3.
But you know what? You could probably choreograph it in such a way that we knew that we were fighting. That people knew they were fighting. It was just you were just positioned where you're going to have them fighting. It's not a difficult thing to do, and it can be done quite organically.
No, you just don't want to tie yourself into anything in post that you don't like.
I think if you see something in the background of two guys going like that for more than 3 seconds, it's going to look odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're totally static. Kind of the trick's gone. Isn't it?
Not if you've brought the audience into that position.
Yeah.
In other words, you see them fight and then they stop, and that's the way they are until they decide to start to move again. In other words, the paintings are always changing, but they're not always moving; they're just always changing.
Yeah.
Though you probably
Stop,
haven't.
It stops.
Yeah, but you probably wouldn't have.
I'm only doing that to save money. My idea is that they're always moving. You know,
But you probably wouldn't have them like that. You'd probably have them at the end of a move. So it's like
I
that.
think the other problem was is if we had them always moving, we were risking drawing everybody's attention away from the foreground and the background. That may become disruptive too.
yeah, if they're sword fighting, if it's someone wrapping a wound, it's subtle, like in the Dumbledore scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the playing of the cards is really not a lot, of movement. You have to be quite still when you're playing cards.
Oh yeah.
Well, the other question is sort of a chicken egg thing. We want, what Bob said is, well, why don't we photograph these little vignettes,
Oh yeah.
and then we can paint with the vignettes and have it up. We just take a frame.
Whatever we do, we need to cast them a costume, or else the guys have nothing to paint from. They've got
Well,
to
that's
paint
already
the
been
same.
done. We're already in the
Well,
scene.
yeah,
No, we should
Comic,
just shoot the scene, then
a still shoot or a.
a film shoot, and then we'll take a frame from that, and that frame is posed. It'll match
Okay.
exactly into
When do you think you can do that?
whatever the schedule shooting at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, I don't know when I'm scheduled to shoot. I have no
The
idea.
thing is that we're in the Gryffindor Common Room in 4 weeks' time.
Yeah.
So we
On
need
the
to
8th of
have.
December.
So we need to have this up and ready 4 weeks.
If you don't do that way, then you probably shouldn't do it at all.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it's never going to match.
And you're going to be locked into something that, for
No,
me, it
you're
would be
right.
best to have the paintings on a wall, like on this wall over here, put the paintings,
Yeah.
and mask the scenes always from this side, so when I want to
Yeah, so
feature
you're
the
not
paintings,
so
I see
trapped.
them,
Yeah.
and when I don't want to see them,
Yeah.
I don't see them.
I think that's the problem we got into in the hospitals.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Right
just
in
needed
the
to
back
swap.
center background.
There's two paintings on each wall. One was a static painting, the other one was a blue screen. The blue screen happened to be behind the scene throughout the whole.
Right.
So if you just physically did one of those, you can start on there, go here, now you're off of it. You're on to the regular
But
scene.
we need 2 weeks to paint those paintings at a minimum. So if it can't be
That's
scheduled
after
and
we've
shot,
That's after we've
I
shot.
was going to say because that can't be if it can't be scheduled and shot within 2 weeks to allow 2
Let
weeks.
me look at that, and
Then we can't really.
I'll get back to it.
Okay.
This is a bigger problem. Just
Oh,
to me, it was
understand,
originally a
understand.
money problem. What we're
Yes,
gonna pay
when
for
it's
it
a-
now.
I mean, we can also, where's our other painting? We have the common room. I know we have the beginning of the
Fat
film.
lady, marble staircase.
It's the
Where
damage
else
you
is
do,
there?
damage
That's
you
all.
don't.
Can't go up to 20.
Yeah. But it also, and the other thing that doesn't happen until January is our child, the knight, the child, the brunette, the blonde, and the incidental ones around them, which are already 4 others now. We
But
have
that,
to do,
I would keep those all blue.
keep them all blue.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't, because nobody stops, and that
Yeah.
shot, they're walking up the
Yeah.
stairs, and then the camera continues to move up. I mean, there's not going to ever be a point where we're going to be stuck on a lot of dialogue like we were in the Dumbledore scene.
Okay.
The common room is the only issue.
Yeah.
I think you're spending money in the wrong place if you paint. If I'm only showing those paintings in one shot
Yeah.
or 2 shots
Yeah.
where someone's looking and it's their point of view,
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
we're
then it's pointless to paint it.
Yeah.
By the way, is it a mise en shot? So in the fencing one with the card players and they get up and fence, Do you keep the camera in one place and they paint and they fight within that frame, or does the frame move?
They should fight within the frame. If the frame moves, it'll look like a movie.
Right.
Right? Yeah. It'll look like the painting panned up.
Right.
They would have to fight within or their heads would leave the frame.
And we could pan with them as they go from this painting to the next painting, and they go to the next painting and back again. You could.
No, the camera could, but I'm saying the frame itself.
No, that's a locked off.
Yeah.
That's a locked off shot.
And they sort of move, and then you don't see it move between the picture frames, and then they appear on the next piece of the one line of pillars.
That's right. Yeah. They leap into the next thing. Yeah.
Like they walk on the pole.
Exactly. The form that pops up there.
Okay, so we're completely screwed up and confused. That sounds good. Now we're making an American.
But listen, one thing is clear.
The usual. Wait, what shirt are you wearing? Let me see. Okay, that's stripes. Okay, lay down there. Your sleeve. You'll hear on action. You'll hear up, up. No, just open your eyes for that one.
That's right.
Up. Open your eyes. I said up now. Come on, get on up. Sound like a James Brown. Get up now. So you put on those glasses, and then Dudley starts to come down the stairs. Are we shaking the? Or that's a different shot. Now, Dan, you're getting up a little too high, I would think. Let me go look at this on the monitor. Put your glasses right there on the box. Keep them on the box next to it. And action camera. Action. Up. Up now. Gus, Dudley's coming down the stairs. Get out. That's where we cut. Okay. See a playback in there? Playback.
So Chris.
Producer.
Lovely job. It needed that.
Sit back for us, Dan.
Hold it, Dan, for a second. Just let me get out of it.
There. How big is your week? I mean the lights on the door. What light is that?
It's coming from the line.
Great, I love it. Yeah. So when you get to sleep, Dan, let me see how you just got to take a definite position for you to be asleep. Well, that's a little, straighten up a little more. I mean, come down a little more, Dan.
I might let you do it right now.
No problem.
Yep. Pull that down. Right, that's the perfect time. Now we'd have to separate. We have to just do this carefully. We have to get back to the first shot to see.
Go through.
So we'll get that to separate back to that scar. And okay, now let's do this in pieces. So your eyes are closed. Up, up, boy. Wait. No. She says up. And your eyes slowly open. Even on up, boy, open them for. Don't sit up yet. Open them wide, wide. You just had an idea. And then you realize where you are, but it's how. Sit up. Sit up. Slowly. Grab your glasses. Yeah, turn the light on first. That's cool. Good. And then. What happened to our machine?
Well, it's
Oh,
designed for the whole thing.
I see. Up there, and when they move, when I say move, dust drops down.
Yeah, we've got this little bag of dust here. He's doing it from here at the moment.
Oh, that would be cool. If he can sit up here, he can be.
You get this, you go.
Oh, good. That's good.
You can do that just here.
Yeah, that's good. And then Dan, you have to get out of there. Otherwise, you start to get out. Okay, should we do another rehearsal?
Yeah.
Ready for a rehearsal?
Just setting one lamp.
So there.
Yep.
So we can cross it. Yep, so lay back down again, Dan. Rehearsal bell. Alright, settle please. Okay, Peter Rob.
Set. And camera. Action. Up. Up, boy. Dudley. Thump. Get out of there, Dan. Good. Not really shaking it. What if somebody does it back here?
Hold on. Just above your head, on that top shelf. You see that glass jar to the left? Can you just push it back against the wall? Please. There you go.
Can you try that again now that Dan's back?
Whoa. Check's falling apart now.
You gone off your cupboard?
Let's move on to Hagrid's hut. Destroy that.
Take the plugs out. Now take the two plugs out. We'll have to take those. Mark, we'll just have to take the sounds out. The mouse has to be follow the door.
No light
No, like what, Dan? Dan? No, like what?
No, like the cupboard.
No, like the cupboard. Why don't you like the cupboard, Dan?
Falling in on me. I've now had a lot of practice in earthquake drills.
Don't worry about fixing that. That looks good.
They were really thumping on that, weren't they?
The set was falling down.
It was?
Yeah, the plaster was coming off the walls.
Well, that's sort of what's meant to happen, but
Why pick on me?
Because you're a photogenic.
Hi, and what do you want to know?
That's Will, he's odd.
that's Peter, he's an order.
Odd and order. Do that joke again?
No, I should. Can't
Come
tell
on,
a
Will,
joke
tell
more
a
than
joke.
once. No, I can't joke to order, I'm sorry.
He said the Odyssey.
Oh, he's a sophisticated joke.
That's my career, Dennis.
You have to do some help with the camera work. You can turn it off at times, yeah. No, you can turn it on and off. You can turn it. You see it's dark. Probably go in there. Get close. Go in there. You can't hardly see, can you? It's dark.
And track.
What do you look for? You're filming now. Don't push that button.
Exclusive pictures. What's your favourite thing about Britain so far?
No, hold it. Come here. Stop. Press stop.
Same question. Yeah. Okay.
Brendan, here's
Hamleys.
Brendan, come over here.
Hamleys is your favourite thing? I think that's probably quite a good thing. Because Hamleys is good, has good toys.
What's it? Let's start again.
Hamleys is his favourite thing.
Because it's the biggest toy store.
Is it better than the American store?
Yeah, like Toys R Us.
Yeah, but is it as good as FAO Schwartz?
Well, kind of. Yeah, it's better because they have more. It has more like. Well, it's bigger.
It is bigger. Have you been to FAO Schwartz in New York, Dan?
No, not in New York, Boston.
Oh, Boston. What, do they have an FAO Schwartz in San Francisco?
No.
What's the big toy store in San Francisco? Toys R Us?
Toys R Us.
Right.
I'd just like to tell you that the question master, David Heyman over here, the mad producer. Okay.
Yes, what's my favourite thing about Britain? My favourite thing about Britain is...
Anyway,
So you know they're really interested in what the producer has to say. That's a very good actor, isn't it? Doesn't pay any attention to the producer. Okay.
what's your favourite? Do you like English breakfast?
Yes.
I think that's a pretty definite yes.
What do you like?
Do you like the bacon? Do you like the mushrooms?
The bacon and
The egg.
the sausages and the egg.
Yeah, the egg's good. The egg, oh yeah. Oh, I had an English. I had an English breakfast yesterday for lunch.
You have the worst camera work of anybody I've ever seen, Dan. I think you should just stick to acting. Let me say that. I think you should just stick to acting. I think that's the thing.
Yeah, go. No, hold on. Tell you what.
As a fireman. Fireman good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so what about that?
So now ask a question. Come on. Well, you're a documentary filmmaker.
Now, no.
That's totally.
He is an award winner for being lethal with fire.
Him.
Yeah. For being VV funny at London Zoo.
VV funny?
VV funny.
Huh?
Do you know?
Very good.
I heard that you did Sally's bag.
Whoops.
And do you know what he was doing? He was setting it on fire.
No comment. What do you mean? What, with this?
Ryan.
No,
That's
not
David again. Oh, God, get away from him. Oh, hello. Camera on camera.
Here we go. Girls on.
That's Lisa.
This is Lisa.
I'm Lisa. Hi, Dan.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. That's enough.
Okay, that's an interesting blue screen there.
Look at you.
Dan Radcliffe, the single worst cameraman I've ever seen in my life. Maybe very good actor, but his camera work leaves a little bit to be desired.
Is this going to be shown at the rap party?
I don't know if we'll show any of that party. Maybe. It's a good look, Chris.
Harry's cover.
It's a good look.
Even too ugly for Harry's cover.
Oh, nice one.
Cross-dressing Columbus.
Thank you.
Chris?
Yes, sir.
Can you just do your most girly face for the camera?
What's that?
Your most girly face for the camera.
I can't do a girl. It's impossible for me to do a girl like that.
Please?
I'm too filled with testosterone.
Please?
I can't. It's impossible.
Dad?
Yeah? I'm not going to do a girly face. Forget about it.
Does your dad ever do girly faces at home?
He always has one on.
What did you say? I would chase you through the set, except you'd get hurt.
What he means to say is he will chase him around the set, but we're filming him. Okay. Go. Yeah.
Hey, Chris?
Now, you probably can't see him very well. This is June.
Hi.
Hi. And this is John. Now, John Ridley used to be in a band.
It's a bit
Can you
dark
guess
back
what?
here. I think you need it.
Can you guess what they're called? Aha.
Is that better? Bit of a
Yeah, that's better. It's cool.
bit of a chin.
They were called Hawkwind. You may have heard of them from hits of Silver Machine
The microphone's facing me.
and Silver Machine. We also think
It's the rolling.
possibly Rolling Stones.
Yes. Why have you got hold of that, Dan? Who allowed it?
David Heyman. Oh, and this is Annie.
No, but not me. I don't.
And Annie is always right.
Please, no photographs.
No photographs.
Annie is always right about everything.
Excellent. You've learned well. Then. Go far. Now, Peter, behind you.
Aha. This is Peter Robb, who is pretending to work.
First bat.
Pretending to work. I am working.
And then again. Okay, we can't see him.
Duplicate the same shot of Dave.
That's a good light. Aha.
What?
And it's the Flying Scotsman, Steve.
Here he goes, he's off. It's his best side before he flies away.
Yes. That's better. Is that better? He
Let's
looks
do
a bit
it.
more,
Yeah,
he looks
that's
more demonic like that, doesn't he?
Yeah. No, don't, we say he looks more demonic, he is actually an axe-murderer.
It's who told you that? No, come here, you little old girl. No, I love kids. I do.
No cameras, please. But we can't show him, we can't identify.
We need have you got another pillow?
Come on, mate. Stop. Hold it down. We'll lose the step in a second. Get the pattern onto this button.
Is that fold over or another pillow? Okay.
All right, Dan, can you take your position? Okay. All right. Now, Amanda, when we definitely set his position, he just split his hair at that.
Yeah.
Or,
Hello.
I'm sorry.
Hello, sorry.
Sorry,
See?
sorry. The scar
We work
is.
together. We work. Okay.
All right, on the scar, you guys, I'm crossing over. Head height is still not there. I don't. Did we? I guess we lowered our camera position. You'll come a little later.
How many paintings on that wall? 4, 5?
No, do about 8 until Dan gets out.
About 8. Simon?
Proper position. Is that no? You were there. You go. Good.
Work, please.
Peter, Rob, can you guys come back a little? You think?
We're just seeing off the edge of it.
Oh, okay.
Just track back. We'll just have to work some dressing out too.
Okay. All right. Let's do rehearsal while we're thinking about that. Set. And Dan, eyes closed, sleeping. No, split the difference there. Okay, Dan, go back to where you were, bud. Okay, that's kind of good. All right, set and action. Up! Up! Dudley. Look up. And cut. Good. Great. Glasses. As you put on your glasses, I'll say Dudley. And then, can you feel that light effect on your face? Back there.
That one there, that jail one there.
That's when you should look up. So you can put on your glasses from there, look right up. Good.
It's going to be really... Yeah, by the time then it's position.
Just setting the frame of those.
End of it. It's great at the end.
Boys, actually.
Looking at the 8%, God, you know, around 10 years ago.
Oh, they have an age group thing?
Yeah, it's like you know, if you're going a certain level of force, you're at a certain percent capacity for your age group. But 10-3, that's 85%, which was really strong. That was the 35% 20 years ago.
You when you get on that bicycle or whatever it is.
That's true.
Let me see. Good. First shot. Good.
Trying on that 2K to camera, the one with the open front
When he comes out of the door. When he wakes? Great. Thanks, Esther. Okay.
Get all your props.
Arm down a little. I'm sorry, your left arm. Your... Good. Roll your head into the pillow slightly, just a little. Set. Good. Action. Biggles. Up! Up now! Dudley.
They need a lighter hand on the
Debris is still too heavy, guys.
How many spoons do you have?
Yeah, cut it back like 50%.
How many spoons do you have?
Just hold it about there. Right, then bring you back to one lick. Put your head, David.
Camera, like, look straight up. Everything else is great.
Alright, camera reloading.
Sorry, Annie.
Perfect on the stop.
Thank you.
Dan, while you're out, let me have a look at this one.
Where are you going, Betty?
Let me just brush some of this off your face, like dust. When you finish this, we're going to clean you up, because it might be itchy. Face, because it might be itchy.
This is the only washes his hair every 25 years.
It's cold. I'm telling you, it's cold.
It's just you.
Sweetheart, can you just look at me a second?
Is that Will again?
It's Will's fault. Head clamp.
What Will said.
But Will said, I don't care what Will said.
Join the gang.
Dan.
Oh, that's
Dan. Will, come and stand behind me.
Dan, just look at Amanda.
Well,
Stand behind me, Will.
Yes, it is the
And then
shirt
you
that
can,
we bought when I have to go out.
what?
What, we went out in Newcastle?
Yeah. It's cool on you.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Face.
Did Will buy you anything that day?
Yeah.
Did he buy you a new shirt?
No. Oh, they're clothes. They don't want clothes.
I'll tell you where we go out. Dan, I'll tell you where we go out. Cheltenham. When we're over Gloucestershire, we go to Cheltenham, because I know the area well.
Oh, this is after Christmas.
Good shops, mate.
Cheltenham?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
My hometown.
Used to live there.
Really?
Yeah.
Whereabouts?
On the top.
stayed as one. The balloons are still on high. That's what happens during the balloons are still on high.
Good. All right, settle, please. Watch your back, Simon. There you go. It's all right. You can come back in now. Shh. Boy, trying to sleep. Settle down.
Chris, am I okay here?
Those glasses tinted green.
No. Now, I think the pillow, you need to pull it towards the wall a bit. That's it. All right. All right, just put your head down there. All right, just your left arm, bring it down a bit. All right, still and quiet, please. We just check the position.
Set.
If he's in a good spot.
He's perfect.
Roll sound.
20, take 7.
Biggles, close.
Dan, lower your left hand a little. And the one thing to remember is when I say up, eyes real wide, okay? Set. Roll into the pillow slightly. Set. And action. Biggles. Up. Up now. Dudley.
Very close. He's very close to that glass jar coming off the edge.
Okay, Dan, very good.
On that top section.
Dan. Let me see when you look up. Sit back down.
Just about to shout stop.
And when you get up,
when he stood up, so just watch.
Now see what happens when you sit up and you look up.
The left hand side. It's the left hand side.
Turn your head more to camera when you look up. Just like that, because you got to remember, this is the audience's first. This is the first time they see Harry Potter.
Really?
Yeah. So they don't want to be.
Yeah, but they see him before as a baby.
They see him as a baby, but this is the first time they see him as you. Okay.
How will you get right?
They see him before, it's fine now, but don't listen to him. See him before, so we just need to see a little more of your face. That was great, though. Everything else was good.
You just push the glass. Jump. You did already?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so just switch the...
And action. Biggles. Up. Up. Dudley.
Did you see those monkeys in the zoo? Spent all day doing this. Yeah, picking nits out of here. What's that?
Yeah.
Who? Did you
Then you go.
Who?
Then you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Alan, gonna go to school for half an hour.
Chris, just so you
Half an
know.
hour? You're gonna go.
So we will run.
Is John okay there?
Are you all ready? Yes, they're ready. I'm ready.
Yeah. Dan, your hand will be down. Yeah, there's just a few though at the beginning. When it starts to get pretty big, maybe that's when. But before that, you're staring at it sort of.
And then start to bring, you would say action, and then start to bring up the air in the chimneys, and then let the lettuce go? Or will you say lettuce first? How do you want to...
John will say lettuce.
No, do you want to bring all the air up one by one?
Get all the air up. Get all the air up.
And then the lettuce.
Yeah, I can't say lettuce because you won't hear me without tapping on the shoulder.
You cue me for the air and then I'll...
Okay.
Alright, shooting!
Alright, everyone, good luck!
Ready, Dan?
Spencer and George are on M board.
Alright, roll sound!
Yes.
Because you don't know what's going to happen. Everybody's sort of staring at the chimney in awe. It's rumbling. It's rumbling at the chimney. Everybody's staring at the chimney and...
Bring up the air.
And on action.
Here it is. Well, that's not my guess.
Well, Chris, take a box, don't just before you pick it up. What do you want me to do with it? Will you?
I think you need to beat it kind of like.
That's what I got to get in there and get. Yeah.
No, but I mean on the coffee table.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So he never really looked up. He just.
Can you go back on the crane?
Can you reverse
That's
that?
good.
Come
Look,
back
you
around
addressed
to
it.
the dog. Take it back. Play. Yeah.
He needs to look up. Okay, let me see John Seale's camera.
And finally the C monitor, please. Going up.
Thank you yet.
Richard's got to keep going. Yeah. For what? For what part? There's not really much of a chance.
Did you catch? You missed it.
They were a little. And
Oh, look. Any that's still got in. Huh? I'm not sure if we ever. Did we switch 9 on?
Yeah. You want to hit it once and give it a spin.
There was one here, number 8 and the number 9. They were going really slowly. I think it's power train on it. Number 8 will go to here. My name's through really quickly.
Yeah, just give it a spin. Yeah, the idiot's working. Okay, thank you.
You want a few more up there, really?
I think that's one of the numbers which went on later. Number 10 ran out.
Didn't hurt me.
Got a load.
One that got away.
Take your boxes just in case.
Yes, sir.
Just one thing. Click on that, on the number 9 that you've got there, and the number 8 that I've got here. They were actually struggling to push them out.
That really shouldn't do. It'll make any difference.
it's 20 was just playing. He just has to rewind.
Yeah. B camera body.
There we go. See, watch what you do. You do the breath, and you're laughing and everything. Then you hear the whistle, right? And then when you get here, you're looking down. I need you to look up, try to grab the letter. And once you get it, you start to run away from him, and then you go off. Do you want to see that here again, or John Seale's camera?
Now we want the small monitor, which is C monitor.
Including the rehearsal,
Yeah, that's the one done, lovely.
that one.
Let's see. Start to come on. See what you do? You catch it like a football or a rugby ball as opposed to a... You got to be up like that. Up like that so we see your face catching it. Great. Good. Okay. Press. All right, so you remember that one this time? Okay.
Thank you.
We ready?
I'm just being nice to people because you are filming me. Nothing. I'm an angel. I'm an angel.
These times he was in that
What do you mean I'm crazy?
Crazy angel.
I'm a crazy angel.
Your brain will turn on.
Right.
Ken.
Well, all right.
Yeah. I just came out of the fireplace and developed.
Right.
With a 4-shot.
Be nice to get his reaction if he starts to see him though.
Oh,
This
I'll
one,
start tight on him.
His glasses with the lenses. Is that okay with you guys?
Sure.
Just so it protects his eyes.
See if
Dan, will you feel better about looking up if you have lenses? Okay.
I don't think any from number 12 made it into the shot.
Sorry? Yes, sir. Dan, could I just see it?
They're all just stacked up. They're all stacked up on top of the lamp.
Dan, you tended to sink back into it. Tended to sink back
I'm
into
just,
it.
yeah.
Stay near the bickies.
The first few did.
There.
So Dan, where are you going to be looking? All up around. Dan, look at all the letters above that pass your face. Everything above, yeah. And then when you look up, when you get up here, what are you going to do?
Jump and look upwards.
Come back into the 4-shot.
Are those cards like that? Were they
No. Sorry.
Because that'll cause you to slip and fall.
Not off the front, starting on there.
Okay.
Develop out to the 4-shot and then take it back down. And then at the end, slam across to Fiona and W.
John,
Oh yes, thank you.
have we got, would this work the same if it was 6 inches lower?
Red light, please.
Could we drop it 6, just to give those...
Oh, that's why it was down. I said to somebody, why is this so low?
Oh, not with
Kev.
him, no. No, I don't think you have to stand up with him.
Just to your left, John.
You need to get up at some point.
It's
I'll
just
say-
lower
I'll
the
try to
Chimera
shout.
6 inches,
Maybe I'll
please.
blow a whistle the second time. When you hear the second whistle, get up and run out to see what's happening then.
Actually, we can see Chris actually.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh, by the way, I'm having this allergic reaction to anything.
What? What did you say?
Oh, I'm having an allergic reaction to the green ink.
Okay. Peter O. Okay, Chris. Peter C. John.
Dan, your cue to get on that table is the whistle, right?
Yeah.
You got that? I want to see you looking around and don't try to
If that's
catch it
okay with
like a football or a rugby ball. Look up and try to snatch it like that. When you get one with one hand, what's that? Doesn't matter what happens to it, just grab it. The minute you get it, that's when he says give that back, and that's when you run and jump, okay? Got it?
Yes.
Keep your head up, okay.
All set. Right, stand by everyone, stand by.
And Dan, keep near the biscuits.
Stay close to the window, Dan. That's it. Don't try not to step backwards. All right, Ross.
Batteries are yours.
Oh, the battery's gone or something.
That's where she is now. Yeah. They should be a fraction forward and away from there.
There's one from number 6. There's just no continuity at all.
All right, roll sound.
C, yeah, 44C, take 2, B, C, and D cameras.
All right, Dan, remember, looking up, you got your glasses in, your eyes are going to be fine. Looking up and reach up and grab with your hands, okay? Keep grabbing until you get one. Got it? Set. You're delighted, laughing. All right. They completely avoid where Dan is. Unbelievable. Maybe. Can I see John Seale's camera up here?
It's a little bit for me, My notice is just blown in.
Damn, looks dark. There's absolutely no letters in his shot. Okay. Can I see the current? Let me see what happened on the thing. Maybe John needs to be somewhere else. I don't know.
Thank you, Janusz.
Maybe I cued him later that time. Can I see the first take on John Seale's camera here?
Later.
Some great pieces there. That's the last take, right? Good. Okay. I guess we get one more like this and then go into coverage, really. So we can
Seems to
get
play
it.
better and wider because it builds up. And,
But you want to
once
see
you're
them.
in close,
But
it's
you want to
just-
see them go by their faces. You know, you want to see them go.
When we're doing the coverage,
Yeah.
Put more
Yeah.
in.
You reset the machines, I think, for those shots as opposed to.
Right.
Also, you could get people on the edge of frame actually throwing more in.
Right.
You know, I think it's just chance, isn't it? Whether you get the tight frame that has a lot of letters in. You know,
Right.
On this.
Okay.
Which ones do we have on the China? There is a system whereby you can have
What do you reckon? Is that enough, do you reckon?
Yeah, it should do.
Sweet, thanks.
I'm loaded. Have we got
Maybe right about where.
a big packet of envelopes for somebody there? Just to
Yes.
let's see. Who does this one?
That doesn't have a big lens.
Fish on it. It's bent so it reflects and touches everything on every side of it. It's a clever lens. There's your biscuit. Right. Have another go. All the infections that the sun
from bogs, fens, plants, prosper fools, make him each meal
disease.
Pitch me at the mire, won't leave me
like a firebrand of the dark out of my way unless he bid him. Every trifle there, I said,
The Tempest by Mr. William Shakespeare.
Not to fight me, and then like hedgehogs which lie tumbling tricks upon my footfall. Sometimes my adders who do kiss me into madness. No, we got the spirit of his torment me for bringing woods in stone. Oh, you torment me for bringing woods in stone. Of that, perchance you will not mind me. And then you finish, you jump down.
Act 2, Scene 2, I
All the
think.
infections that the sun sucks up and bugs, bends, flats and prosper falls, and make him by inchmeal a disease. His spirits hear me, and yet I not must curse.
I what?
And yes, yet I needs must curse. But they'll not pinch, fight me with urchin shows, pinch me I admire.
Pitch me in the mire, throw me in the mire.
Pinch me if in the mire.
In the mire.
In mire. You'll need me. You'll need me like a fire in the dark, out of my way unless he didn't bite.
Bid them. Unless he bid them.
Bid him. Oh, that's it.
Unless he bid them.
Bid him. But